What's up, y'all? It's Pac-Man. Um, I'm a songwriter, a singer. I love to say blobs. I carry a badge in a different way because the system was manipulated so bad. Women were sold on the street, controlled on needles. Kids were shooting up schools, shooting up their parents. Women were killing their own babies, drowning them, cutting them up because of black people, white people, and inbreds and stuff like that. Mainly it's black people and Mexicans and Indians were the problem of that. White people did join in. White people, they were involved in it as well as the military. So you can go on Google and type in "Is mermaids real?" or "Is Slender Man real?" and it's going to say it's not real. It's scientific fiction. It's false information. Don't believe in that because it's all a manipulation through the government to kill millions of people. And I'm here to stop this, to stop Donald Trump, to stop everybody that's selling women and kids, sex trafficking, human trafficking. And I will send, whatever I have to stop it. Most of the military will quit their jobs and go against the United States government. I seen this when I was little. Now let me tell you something. I've been on every street corner from Russia all the way to the United States. Women are locked up, controlled on needles, drugs. Mexicans control mostly every actor on red carpet. If you get this message, let them know that I'm the new guy. I got tons and tons of songs, country songs, hip hops, talks about my life, talks about what's really going on. It talks about a piece of paper that's don't mean nothing. The laws don't mean nothing. It's one of the laws are what? Invading people's breaking and entering. Murder. How many people die with heart attacks and strokes or overdoses? They flare the high up for one. Look at Elvis. Look at Johnny Cash. Look at these actors that had heart attacks. That's people on the streets thinking they real, all copycats, If I wasn't minding my manners, I would actually cuss them out. You know what I'm saying? But stroke, stuff like that. Millions of people die every day because of Mexico or Africa or American black people or Indians wanting their land back, and I'm not giving their land back. You know why? Because they act like foreigners. They don't respect nothing. They walk in every home in the United States. They hid behind Mexico and Africa. But it makes sense they ratted on them. It makes sense. But the problem is I cannot allow that right now. Till I get what I want. The only way I can make zero crime rate in the United States, and I was talking to Putin about this. I was talking to different presidents around the world about this. Africa, 6 months ago, I told Africa, they got wind of it. Africa said, no, we're going to handle it our way. We're going to kill them all. Come to find out 3 months later, it was nothing but Christians they were killing. So Christians, churches have power because they're killing their own wounded. And most of it is inbreds. Now let me tell you, and let me introduce myself. I am CIA. I am FBI. I am above like ICE. I'm above all that. I'm above the White House. They couldn't figure out how they were smuggling women and kids in another world. And they knew the streets were up to something. So they dropped me right in the middle of the world. When like zombies, they attacked. and I'm still screaming with a badge around my neck. But the problem is, man of my word, I don't have to show them nothing. No police officer, no judge, no nothing. I don't have to show nothing to nobody because I know by my word, by my job, by from a different planet, by from an underworld that's watching every human on earth, you know? So these people are not understanding. They can't find everything. They don't know nothing. I had a talk with certain people that, you know, these laws are being broken. Women will complain to me and say they won't make reports at the police station because there's so many crooked cops in the inbred families that's selling kids and women on the streets. Not only black people did it first, sworn in the United States, then who was next? It was Mexicans. Indians, if you probably want to know why I'm not giving land out, is because you do what other people do. You sell them up and down the street for money. You get in their minds, control them on needles. Look at the way you did my mom. You know? You think I'm going to allow that? I'm not none of these hip-hop artists. They didn't save lives. They went along with all this booty call women bullshit selling their pussy up and down the street. They're not saving lives. I don't even know why y'all praise these wannabe hip hop artists. They're all copyright. I don't even understand why their kids ain't being targeted. I'm one. They call me one. Number one. That means it's like that movie I Am Number Four. All these actors, all these people, man, don't understand. They're all puppets or don't even see the real truth about it. You understand? See, I'm a puppet too, but you know, I overcame it and I understand the situation. That's why I don't trust my family. That's why I I I I went to lethal injection on every single person that actually had something to do with my murder. Look at Lori Baylor. Type it in. She's from Kansas. She told me that they planned to murder, that I'm going to die. 5 years later, I look back and it's true. It was Lori Baylor, Lori Jamie Baylor, Stephen Nabrisky. It was pretty much all the Edwards, which is black people, the Harrison family, Ingram Harrison, the Sanders, Whitney Sanders from Sand Springs, Oklahoma. All these people followed me to every town, every state since I got grown. Look at the licks. Look at the blood on my t-shirt, man. These people actually stuck with a planned murder. And I have the proof. Look at the Lopez's, Sanchez's. That's the reason why I lost my job down there. But it was really were black people. I woke up this morning, I see the same crowd that was over there in that facility. They have enough crooked cops in the FBI. Do not trust a foreigner, man, especially Mexicans. You know, look at China. They took their time on it. There's a lot that's going on that you're not understanding, man. I am above Donald Trump. And Donald Trump has tried to get rid of me. This is not false information. This is really true life. And I can't put this on TikTok because they will try to ban me or suspend me. They already suspended my account, me explaining about Ben Affleck leaving Jennifer Gardner because the Lopez's, the Sanchez, and the Rodriguez, and it goes on. Look at the Indians. Indians were involved in that. The only way you get your land back is you got to be full-blooded Indian. That's the only way. And I'm not giving the land that back all the way because I can't do that. I have the power to get them land back, but I'm not doing it. Till they mature enough and understand what's ahead of them in the future. Like I tell my women or my lesbians, or I'm having problems right now because it's just I had to deal with a 13-year-old girl that died in January. I drove by and I stopped at the view of this lake in Arizona, and it showed a picture, $175,000, on it. And I looked at it like I really don't even want the money. Like, why would I want the money when I got millions that's coming on the way as it is, And I looked and I seen a view of Indians coming over the mountain saying it's their land. And Mexicans start swarming me. But before I got there, there was a crowd of people, man, that actually was standing by that piece of paper in another world. Just sitting there. See who's going to actually take this piece of paper and write information down and call the police saying, oh, I got information about this or that. That's the same way they do sex trafficking, human trafficking, smuggling women and kids in another world. Why women won't go to the police station and complain about them being sold and gangbang up and down the street? Why are they keeping them? You know why? Because the police are involved. They got so many kinfolks that's involved as lawyers, caseworkers, social workers, foster parents, all that. I did my job for 28 years. I have skinheads. I got black people. I got Indians. I got everybody that's trying to get intel off of me. But let me tell you the secret. They did blind me spiritually. They are following me around spiritually. But the problem is, I won't back off. But the problem is, I got millions and millions and millions and millions of people on my side. And they're not playing, dude. I got an army like the red, white, and blue. But I decided that the only way I can live is I can send the military at everybody's front door. That's hotels, motels, apartments, houses, facilities, businesses, restaurants, to set the women free. Because there's millions of people locked up in a room and they're being trained for money. And after they train, they're going to throw them on the streets after they get done with it. Look at Russia. I have known Russia for so long that I know how Russia works. And that's a good thing about it, because I look at United States, I said, man, I know how they doing this. But me and Donald Trump has buck heads, and he has tried to get some intel on a blind man. He has tried to, disrespect me, just like a black person would. I read a story about a woman in 2014. She was explaining why they try to sacrifice a woman that to set her family free because it was Slender Man. And these lawyers or detectives were telling this girl, like, they have mental illness, they're crazy, they're delusional. Even though they did the murder, somebody was involved. They controlled them two kids as puppets. There was a crowd that was involved. It's just like a kid going up to school, shooting up a high school. No. There's somebody involved. It's like programming a prostitute into a prostitute. What I'm saying is there's people, there's a crowd that was involved in that. Controlling them two girls' mind to sacrifice. It's like suicide. Why is there suicides? Because they were controlled. Because they think they're gangsters. They think they're hood, and they're not. They're all copyright. Let me tell you something about my job as an officer or a CIA agent or someone that's above the United States that's disgusted. I even told the foreign countries that after I get done with the United States, I'm heading over there. And if I have to, I will fucking go the whole fucking way. You know? But this man, Slender Man, he's real. He's not a fiction. Type it in, are mermaids real? And it's going to say no. Don't believe everything on Google. I believe NF said something about that, didn't he? Don't believe everything on Google. And one of his songs, well, it's actually one of my favorite music videos there is. His mom was murdered because, just like my mom, controlled on drugs. That's gangsters. That's sex offenders, pedophiles. And I didn't mean to bring him up, but he needs to know that, look at my mom. She's controlled on drugs because the Indians, the Mexicans, and the white people, because the white people ran over by black people, Mexicans, and Indians. They all came together against the white people to get revenge on the back then of their history books. This got to stop. It's got to stop every Mexican swarming in everybody's homes. Go to Los Angeles. This is the definition, what I'm talking about. Go to Los Angeles. Every $1 million home is a Mexican. Do you know how they doing that? They have 50 people working or 1,000 people working, and they put the money together and to buy this home. They're messing with foreigners out here. They're messing with Canada. They're dogging Germany out. Germany claiming they set Mexico up. I'm ticked off because they were involved. I died. Do you understand that? I have people that's actually out here trying to kill me in a different dimension. White House couldn't comprehend how they were smuggling women and kids. That's full of shit because they over here know everything about it. Millions of people died because of the military. They said land of the free. No, it's not, dude. Trust me. I'm above that red, white, and blue. They don't understand. I'm the eagle. I'm the fucking eagle here. I see everything. I can go in the past. I can go in the future. A lot of people say I'm the Omega. I have a gift. I can draw demons in. I can draw mermaids in. I can draw aliens in. I can draw pretty much everything out here. Look at 50 Cent. Look at Tupac. Look at Biggie Smalls. Look at D12. Look at Eminem. Poor guy don't even understand. He's a white chick. He don't understand that them people killed millions of people because we held them as slaves. We fucked their fucking color. They target my fucking mom. Then Holly wouldn't want to play fucking games about it. Saying it's on, Christmas is on the way. This is the thanks I get. Matter of fact, Jennifer Gardner, you need to fire that damn cook. She's Mexican. Your kids are all Mexicans. You don't see what I see. Y'all need to change that red carpet somewhere else. But let me get back to Slender Man. Slender Man was a creator of an artist in 2009. He was made up. He wouldn't have made that up if it wasn't real. It's like aliens. It's like, the military has different creatures hidden. It's like practicing on aliens. There's a lot of stuff that, it's like Hollywood actors playing movies trying to get into the military. It shows a lot of stuff that they have done in like millions of movies, or thousands of movies. But the problem is the streets are using them to get in. And that's why there's so much people that's in trying to get intel or trying to go against the military, which makes sense because they're killing millions of people. But the problem is the streets is trash. They for all the wrong. They're fools. What I'm trying to say, they're fools. And I'm not going to do that. I'm not for the military or the streets. I don't wear a dog chain, a dog tag, whatever it is. But I did the job. And everybody kept telling me the military's trying to kill me. The military's trying to kill me. It's like that movie, Born Identity. They have actually tried to kill me. Just like that woman says, man. These detectives was telling these girls that these girls were delusional, and they were like crazy, mental, and they're not. That's how the military works. But they go over there to the foreign countries, kill all them. You know what I mean? Donald Trump wants to start war with Putin, Russia, which it makes sense. Yes, Ukraine's, need, Ukraine. I totally agree. Putin needs to back off